Hello everyone and welcome back to another YouTube video. Now I want to say a few things before we start. I haven't uploaded in 2 months, and it's because, when I started uploading it was summer break and I just pumped out video after video, to kind of start off my journey here on YouTube, if you want to put it like that. And since school started, it was gymnasium, so it's like I live a completely different life than I did before, and I'm just not gonna be able to pump out as many YouTube videos as I used to do in the beginning, but I'm still gonna continue doing this stuff. I had a ton of schoolwork and tests to do, and it wasn't that easy, and then I kind of just did not have any ideas at all. I looked for many iceberg charts, many like lost media stuff, and I found nothing that piqued my interest or would fit into a video. But we got this request right here by Dylan Yes Spag Neutral, and he came in my comment section with this idea if I can make a childhood trauma iceberg. Now I've been looking into this, and the research was kind of insane to do, but I have it all down, and it's not gonna be as much like details on every entry, since there's a lot of entries, and I really want to make a video now, and I don't want to put like hours, and I already put hours researching, and now I'm gonna put even more hours on the YouTube video. So if you would like to see more videos like this, make sure to like and subscribe. But without any further ado, let's jump into today's iceberg. Are You Okay, Mr. Big Head? A notable moment from Rocko's Modern Life, a Nickelodeon cartoon. The episode features Mr. Big Head, a frequently grumpy character, acting in a very unsettling behavior that strays from the comedic tone of the show. It's often misremembered or exaggerated as being much darker than it actually is. Squidward's Suicide. One of the most famous creepypastas, detailing a lost episode of SpongeBob SquarePants where Squidward is shown taking his own life. The story describes disturbing imagery, hyper-realistic visuals, and unsettling sound effects, giving it an urban legend quality. It's become a staple example of the lost episode genre of creepypastas. Smile HD. A fan-made animation from the My Little Pony fandom that begins innocently but quickly turns into graphic and violent carnage. Its cheerful style mixed with the shocking gore cemented its infamy as an internet shock video. River Twigs. A section of the game Super Paper Mario known for its eerie, otherworldly music and creepy visuals. The River Twigs serves as an underworld-like location where lost souls wander, adding an unexpectedly grim tone to the usually lighthearted Mario universe. And for those who are interested, here is the music that was played in this level. Candle Cove. A creepypasta by Chris Straub about a mysterious children's TV show remembered only by adults. The twist comes when it's revealed that the show never existed. Instead, children simply sat in front of static and hallucinated the content. It plays on themes of collective memory and childhood fear. Karashan Crypts. This is an abandoned area in World of Warcraft with disturbing design elements like a room of upside down sinners featuring bodies hanging in water. The crypts are inaccessible through normal gameplay, leading to rumors and theories about their purpose. Mother Gothel Death. This refers to the chilling scene in Disney's Tangled, where Mother Gothel ages rapidly after losing Rapunzel's magical powers. Now, I do not know about y'all, but for a family-friendly film to contain a scene like this is kinda disturbing. Night of the Living Sled. This was a Halloween-themed minigame from Club Penguin. Despite its comedic premise, which is a sled coming to life, its dark atmospheric setting and unusual tone made it feel out of place for the game's otherwise playful nature. Dark Harvest. Dark Harvest was a YouTube series blending found footage and ARG storytelling. It's inspired by Slenderman lore, using cryptic videos, strange characters, and an overarching sense of dread to engage viewers. If you want to watch something creepy, I definitely recommend you guys watching this. Username 666. Username 666 was a YouTube creepypasta about a cursed account that users encounter when attempting to visit the URL youtube.com/user/666. The story describes horrific, reality-bending events such as grotesque video thumbnails and the site crashing with violent imagery. Hopper's Death. In A Bug's Life, the villain Hopper meets a grim end, being devoured alive by birds. While not excessively graphic, the scene feels unsettling due to the implied violence and screams of the character. Blank-Eyed Girl from Adventure Time. Even I remember this one. A mysterious background character from Adventure Time with hollow black eyes. Fans speculated that she was a ghost or had a sinister backstory, but her appearance is never explained, fueling speculation. Pinkie Pie Loses It. So there was a fan animated short based on a My Little Pony creepypasta where Pinkie Pie becomes a psychotic killer. The subversion of the cheerful, innocent character turned into a homicidal maniac, shocked fans, and it became infamous. Ben Drowned. Ben Drowned was a hugely popular creepypasta about a haunted copy of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. The story follows a player encountering glitches, eerie messages, and an entity named Ben who claims to have drowned. Its ARG-style narrative made it legendary in internet horror. Jackass Transformation. This was likely referencing some unsettling transformation scenes in media. This might point to moments from films like Pinocchio, where the boys turn into like donkeys, or something other surreal, but I couldn't really find anything. Star Fox 64 True Final Boss. Star Fox 64 True Final Boss was the true final boss fight in Star Fox 64 against Andros, who turns into a disembodied brain with floating eyes. The design and concept feel out of place in an otherwise cartoonish game, unnerving players. Nosferatu Flicking the Lights. This was a very bizarre moment from SpongeBob SquarePants, where Nosferatu, who is a character from the 1922 film Nosferatu, appears out of nowhere, flicking lights on and off. The randomness of the reference makes it both funny and unsettling, despite that he looks kinda creepy. Kool-Aid Killer. The Kool-Aid Killer was a creepypasta or parody remaking the Kool-Aid mascot as a sort of psychotic killer. There are many of these on YouTube you can watch, and it's basically just like the Kool-Aid guy on the news, and he goes and kills people, I guess, with an axe. It's kind of hilarious, not gonna lie. Steven Gets Older. I really didn't find anything special here. What I did find though was in the Steven universe, there's this episode where Steven turns into an old man. And I guess that's the thing. Let me know in the comments if you know what it is. Punsy McHale. In episode 10 of the first season of Flapjack, there is a disturbing scene with Punsy McHale where his face color changes, his voice changes, and becomes more monster-like than human. Adventure Time Deer Scene. From the Adventure Time episode No One Can Hear You, the deer's unnervingly human-like movements and fixation on licking its hooves created an uncanny and surreal horror that disturbed viewers. Miracle Matter. This was a boss in Kirby 64, the crystal shards that unsettled players due to its abstract design and challenging fight mechanics. Its mechanical wiring noises and shifting forms evoke unease. Brave Little Toaster Clown Dream. This was from the Brave Little Toaster. This was a dream sequence where the protagonist encounters a terrifying clown. The scene's visuals and creepy atmosphere stand out in an otherwise lighthearted film, which scared people off. Cupcakes HD. This was a hyper-violent fan animation inspired by a My Little Pony creepypasta. In the story, Pinkie Pie kidnaps Rainbow Dash and performs gruesome experiments on her. And yes, this is kinda the same thing as Smile HD. SpongeBob movie boot scene. In the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, there's an infamous live-action sequence involving a scary-looking boot smashing a goofy goober peanut. This random shift to realism and brutality left audiences disturbed. Zelda Dead Hand. Oh, this one got me smiling. This was a mini-boss in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. The Dead Hand is a grotesque creature with skeletal hands reaching from the ground to grab the player. Its horrifying appearance and eerie behavior made it a standout moment in the game. Pink Elephants. In Dumbo 1941, the pink elephants on parade sequence featured bizarre imagery of elephants morphing and dancing. Slendytubbies. Okay, this one should have definitely been higher on this list, even I know about this one. But for those who don't know, this was a fan-made horror game that combines the Teletubbies' cheerful aesthetic with the unsettling figure of Slender Man. Players explore these like dark areas while being chased by a monstrous version of the characters. And I remember playing this game when I was younger, and it's really sad to hear that the whole game shut down. Dora theme backwards. I have never understood with the thing about playing these like child theme songs backwards, but if you would reverse this, it would supposedly reveal an eerie or satanic sounding message. And I've seen many like type of videos about this, and they're not real, it just sounds a little bit like it, and then someone takes it and makes it like that. I don't know, you decide for yourself. Finn's Guardian Angel. Basically, in Adventure Time, there was this guardian or this angel guardian that Finn, the main character, has, and it looked quite disturbing. I remember it as a kid, and I thought it was kind of uncomfortable, but I don't know. Cows and cows and cows. I don't understand what these videos are, dude. This was apparently a YouTube video by Surreal Harris. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. And it begins with a field of cows, but then they soon morph into horrifying and weird shapes. And it's so weird. The dawn is your enemy. This was a haunting Adult Swim bumper featuring a distorted red sun and weird text. It often aired unexpectedly, and it startled viewers late at night. And I have to say myself, if I would see that and hear that music late at night, I would kind of be creeped out myself. Who's Hungry? This was an animated short by Stork Eater that begins innocently but then escalates into some creepy horror. Its art style and shocking violence makes it all a very scary thing. And for context, these two kids get like kidnapped by a ice cream guy and then they try to escape. And there's a lot of insane stuff happening. But it's really well made, and yeah. Scary maze game. Jump scared, and there were really funny reactions. Arnold's head freezes. In an episode of the Magic School Bus, Arnold takes off his helmet in space and his head starts to freeze. What makes this dark is that he actually like died temporarily, and for a kid show that's a little weird. Clayton's death. In Disney's Tarzan, Clayton accidentally hangs himself in vines during the climax. While the death isn't directly shown, his dangling shadow makes it all very disturbing. Chernabog wakes up. The Night on the Bald Mountain segment from Disney's Fantasia features Chernabog, a demonic figure who awakens to summon spirits. His monstrous design and menacing demeanor terrified viewers. PS3 baby commercial. This has to be the weirdest commercial for a console. I mean, there probably are a few weird ones, but I think this one literally takes the crown. Basically, there was a PlayStation 3 commercial where there was a baby that cried and laughed and moved weirdly in this like weird white room. And honestly, if I would see that as a little kid, I would be creeped out. Meow. Okay, there was absolutely like nothing that I could find. One of my suspicions is that it would be the Markiplier video, because I mean, some people might find it quite disturbing and weird, but honestly I don't know. But if you know, please let me know in the comments. My Green Llama Banshee. Here we are again with another super weird video. There's like nothing scary about it. It was posted by Little Old Man, and it was this video of a llama. I mean, that's what it's supposed to be, and he's like running into this like weird music, and it's just weird. It's like the cows video. It's just weird. I don't know what to say, to be honest. Thaddeus voice. Man, I need to stop doing these late at night. Okay, so this one is referring to a character from World of Warcraft. Their name, I think, is Thaddeus, and it's a boss basically. And the voices are like cries, and this one's actually disturbing. Alright, there's been a lot of weird stuff, but this one is actually disturbing.
You are too late. I must obey. Kill. Eat your bones. Break you. Now you feel pain. You die now. Thank you.
Xbox Startup. The original Xbox Startup animation featured deep mechanical sounds and visuals that many found eerie when experienced in dark, quiet settings. Clanker's Cavern. This was a level from Banjo-Kazooie featuring Clanker, a massive, rusted mechanical shark. His eerie design and claustrophobic underwater environment, coupled with his groans and metallic sounds, well, that just says it all, to be honest. What did I tell you, short man? This is a quote from Hey Arnold's Grandpa Phil that became really eerie. I don't think much that it was the phrase, more like his voice and his appearance, but what do you think?
What did I tell you, short man?
Booba. So Booba was a children's show featuring colorful bean-shaped creatures that move and interact in dreamlike sequences. Now, I didn't find anything about a special episode nor a character, so I do think that people just thought that this show as a whole was pretty unnerving. Blankroomsoup.avi. I bet you that you already knew what I was going to talk about just by the name of the entry. Blankroom.avi was a viral deep web video showing a man eating soup while two costume figures pat his back. I cannot believe this one wasn't higher. I think we've all seen this video and there's been so many theories around it, so many videos around it. I don't really need to say much else. Cursed Kleenex commercial. This was an infamous Japanese ad featuring a woman singing a haunting song beside a baby dressed as an ogre. Urban legends claim watching the ad brings bad luck, and rumors spread that the crew met tragic fates. And before I play the video, I want to say it's kind of funny because I know you've heard this sound before on like TikTok as like this remix in edits. You're probably gonna know what I mean. Saw. This obviously refers to the Saw franchise, known for its graphic violence and psychological horror. I wouldn't understand why this would be childhood trauma, because I don't even know why small kids would watch these in the first place. If you've seen the Saw movies, you would know how extreme they are. There is nothing. Bro, do I really have to? Okay, well, I know what this is, and you probably know what this is. Do I want to watch it again? No. Am I gonna? Of course I am. And if you don't know, this was a YouTube video uploaded by David Earl. And the video was titled Dining Room or There Is Nothing. Just watch the video for yourself. Well, basically, there's this video of a woman sitting at a dinner table, and she starts singing really weirdly, and then she dips her head into her food, and then she lifts her head back up again, and everything goes back to what it was before. I can't really show the video except for like the screenshots, and it's so weird, man. I hate it. Apple's Macintosh commercial. The iconic 1984 commercial by Apple used dystopian imagery and themes inspired by George Orwell's 1984. Star Fox Out of Dimension. This was a secret level in the original Star Fox game, accessed under specific conditions. The level features strange visuals, enemies, and disorienting mechanics, making it feel otherworldly. The Wyoming Incident. The Wyoming Incident was an infamous creepypasta involving a supposed TV broadcast hijacking. The video features cryptic, disturbing text and unnerving imagery with haunting music. It became a classic internet urban legend, which you've probably seen before. Submerged Castle. The Submerged Castle is a level in Pikmin 2 known for its oppressive atmosphere. Reason being the scary fog, including a terrifying enemy known as the Water Wraith, while navigating a dark underwater castle. This level was a pretty big difference compared to the other levels in Pikmin, which spooked some of the players. IMG burn failure sound. This refers to the error noise from IMG burn, a disk writing program. The sound is oddly sharp and unsettling, but honestly I just find it more funny than scary.
Oh no!
Dark matter. Again, I didn't find so much about this. It could reference the cosmic phenomenon that makes up most of the universe, but other than that, I do not really know. Adventures of Mark Twain Satan. This was a deeply unsettling scene from the claymation film The Adventures of Mark Twain. The character of Satan appears, which makes this very haunting for viewers. Sad Nyan Cat. This was a parody of the cheerful Nyan Cat meme, typically featuring slower, somber music and distorted visuals. It doesn't really feel scary at all, it's just some nice jazz music and a gif of a sad Nyan Cat. Nothing much else to it. Tarzan's Game Overs. In the Tarzan video game, the game over screen features a static image of Tarzan in despair. Then after that it just says game over and some dark deep voice starts saying game over, and it's kinda creepy. Mr. Krabs' Bloodlust. A creator by the name of Emperor Lemon uploaded a video of SpongeBob and Patrick doing normal stuff, but Mr. Krabs turned into some sort of insane killer. The video has a lot of creepy imagery that obviously makes this a perfect fit on the list. If you want to watch this video for yourself, a YouTube user by the name of GhostUI69 re-uploaded the video, and it's up there if you want to watch it. Ocean of Fear. This refers to the Adventure Time episode Ocean of Fear. The episode is about Finn facing his fear, and his fear is the ocean. So, yeah, not much else to say. Brave Little Toaster Worthless. This was a sequence from the Brave Little Toaster where inanimate objects such as cars sing about their uselessness. I'd say the designs of the objects singing are a little creepy, which would make sense since it's a movie made for kids. Rainbow Factory. This is another fanfiction in the My Little Pony fandom that imagines the ponies in a dystopian world where failed flight students are turned into rainbows through gruesome means. I don't know, man. This is some weird shit, dude. Creepy Grudge Girl Ghost in the Mirror. When I heard the name of this entry, I had my suspicions on what this would be, and I was right, so I'm not sure why this wasn't further up. Basically, is this girl looking in the mirror, and when she faces away from the mirror, her face is still there, and it turns into like a ghost thing. It's pretty scary. I remember myself being really creeped out by this. We're Like Brothers. I think this refers to the clip where SpongeBob tells Squidward that they were like brother. Okay. I think this refers to the clip where SpongeBob tells Squidward that they're like brothers, only closer, and then he pulls Squidward closer to him and starts to lick him.